Good morning, everybody. Begin today's session now. The first question for the day. X form is a 3D form generated from the shape X using certain 3D operations. It has 11 surfaces in total. If the same operations are carried out on shape Y, which is this one, how many surfaces would the resultant 3D form have? So here we are given an axis along which we are performing a 3D operation. As you can see, X becomes X1. And we know X1 has 11 surfaces. We first have to guess how the 11 surfaces actually came. Then we can perform that same operation to guess the number of surfaces that this shape would generate. So surfaces, the edges in X is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth one. If you observe, the brown colored line is actually parallel to the surface 5. What it means is the surface 5 will actually look something like this. Which is actually the same surface. What it is, it's actually one surface. It's not like how we can see this surface or this surface, which are two different surfaces. So when you extrude it along this line, it will actually be the same surface, one surface. Henceforth, we'll first count the number of surfaces that are parallel to this in a figure Y that are parallel to this orange or brown colored line. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are a total of 4 surfaces that are parallel to the orange colored line, plus besides these 4 surfaces, we also have these other surfaces which are not parallel and which will actually generate 2 surfaces. All these edges will generate 2 surfaces. So how many of these are there? 1, 2, this is 3, niche 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 4 plus 8 into 16, 8 into 2, which is 16. So that makes a total of 16 surfaces, plus top and bottom. That makes total of 2 surfaces. So when you add all of them up, the answer will be total 22 surfaces will be there that figure Y will generate. Okay. We'll move to the next one now. 15 people from different places came together for a family reunion. Each one of them had 2 gifts for each of every other person. When the gifts were exchanged, they hugged each other. What is the difference between number of hugs and number of gifts exchanged? We know that there are 15 people in the reunion. We know that one person gives 2 gifts to every other person. And we also know that when they exchange gifts, they hug each other also. Okay, this is what we know so far. And there are 15 people, all right? So first thing, we'll first find the total number of gifts. So gifts that one person will receive will be, so this person will get gifts. For one person is getting 2 gifts from every other person. So 2 into, there are 14 people, which will be 28 gifts received by one person. So total gifts exchanged will be equal to 28 into 15, sorry. This will be equal to 420 gifts. These are the total number of gifts that are exchanged. Next, we'll look at hugs. For hugs, The total hugs exchange will be 14 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. With this will be equal to 105. Now, how did this came? Okay, I'll explain you. So this one person, if he is hugging, he will be hugging the next 14 people. He will hug 14 people. For second person, because he has already hugged the first one, I mean, the first one has already hugged the second, we cannot have a second hug. It will be the repetition. So this second person will hug the next 13 people. Likewise, the third person will hug the next 12 person till we reach the last person, 14, who will hug only the 15th person, which is 1. So 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 will till we reach the 14th person. So that's why 105 hugs were exchanged. All right. So the difference between hugs and gifts is 420 gifts minus 105 hugs, which is equal to 315. The correct answer is 350. Okay, we'll move to the next one now. A tetrahedral puzzle is made up of smaller tetrahedrons. Shown below is one side of the puzzle and a small tetrahedron. You're given one side of a puzzle and you're given one tetrahedron. This one piece looks like this in 3D. And you have this big tetrahedron. A tetrahedron is basically a triangular pyramid. Assuming that all the faces of the puzzle are the same, how many small tetrahedrons are there on the faces of the larger tetrahedron? How many small tetrahedrons are there on the faces of the large tetrahedron? So in this case, what we'll do is we'll first count the number of tetrahedrons that will be repeated on all the 4 surfaces without any edge sharing or anything. So those tetrahedrons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, not 6. 6 and 7. That makes a total of 7 tetrahedrons that will be that will be repeated on all the edges, on all the faces. So tetrahedron repeated on all 4 surfaces of the bigger tetrahedron will be 4 surfaces multiplied by 7 tetrahedrons, which is 28. We know that. Next, we look at tetrahedrons on the edges. Total edges that the big tetrahedron, so that one tetrahedron has will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 multiplied by, there are 2, 1 and 2. There are 2 tetrahedrons on one edge, that is 12. And besides that, we'll also count which we have not counted, the tetrahedrons on the vertices. The tetrahedrons on the vertices. That is, there are 4 vertices, so 4 tetrahedrons. So total will be equal to 28 plus 12 plus 4, which is equal to 44 tetrahedrons total in this figure. When I say edges पे 2 है, what I mean is this 1 and this 2 edges. वैसे यहाँ पे 2 है, यहाँ पे 2 है. So हर एक edge पे 2 है. So that's why there are 6 edges. If you count the edges here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this back edge, 6. So total 6 into 2, 12. And tetrahedrons on the vertices. Vertices कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 vertices, so 4. Okay. So 28 plus 12 plus 4, which is 44, is the correct answer. Move to the next one. The picture shows decimal number encoded in colors in some other number system. Encodings of 6 numbers have been given in the picture on the left. Picture on the right shows the multiplication that we need to perform. what decimal number represents the result of this multiplication. So every color adds up to or multiplies or comes up to this number. You have to identify what number will be this, what number will be this, and when you multiply these two numbers, what will be the number that will come out of the multiplication. Okay, we'll do that now. So first things first, we know ग्रीन इज जीरो बिकॉज ये सब जीरो है. ग्रीन हर एक कोई भी जगह पे हो वो जीरो आ रहा है, सो ये जीरो ही होगा पूरा. सो वी नो ग्रीन इज जीरो, सो ये जीरो आएगा, ये भी जीरो आएगा, ये भी जीरो होगा, ये भी जीरो होगा. जीरो प्लस जीरो प्लस जीरो. ओके, so 0. That is established. What we also know by the next equation is red when comes in middle, it will be 3. So what I know is red in the middle is 3 or 3 raised to 1. Also, I know red when it is on one end, on left and right side, it will be 10. It adds up to 2 red icons will add up to 10. वो कैसे होगा? Now, if I say that exponentiation is one of the system that we can work around. So ये अगर 3 है, तो I can assume this to be 3 raised to 2 or 9. And this to be 3 raised to 0 or 1, which of course adds up to 10. So 9 plus 0 plus 1, it adds up to 10. So far it is working, exponentiation. So we say that red in this position is 3 raised to 2 and red in the back position is 3 raised to 0. So what it means is कि अगर red यहाँ पे आगे है, so this will be equal to 3 raised to 2, which is also equal to 9. Next, with that same assumption taken ahead, red in the middle, I know this is 3 raised to 1, which comes from here. I also know that this equals 21. यहाँ पे also I know one more thing, that green वाला position पे ये 0 होगा. So what it will be 3 plus 0. And what will be this number be? This will have to be 18. तो ही वो equal to 21 होगा. Okay, now how will 18 come is my question. So if I just extend this system, red wala, 3 raised to 2, and I say that how do you get extended version of 18? So that will be equal to 2 into 3 raised to 2. So 2 into 3 raised to 2 is 18. Now with that same assumption, if I place this here, 2 into 3 raised to 0, the middle part is, of course, I know it's 3. End wala, I know it's 18. This is 18. So 18, 3 and 2. 18 plus 3 plus 2 will be equal to 23, which is also working. It's true. So हमारा assumption बराबर है. Last वाला भी I will check it out. 18 plus 2 into 3, 6 plus 0 will be 24. Even that works. So our assumption is correct in that case. So ये blue वाला part जो यहाँ पे है, that should be equal to 2. So 9 multiplied by 2 will be equal to 18, which is the correct answer here. Okay, we'll move to the next one. A cube has its 16 faces numbered 1 to 6. A schoolboy tosses up the cube twice and notes down the two numbers appearing on top in these two tosses. He multiplies these two numbers and notes down the multiplication results. What we have to find is how many unique multiplication results can he possibly get through this kind of a tossing game. We have dice, which is numbered 1 to 6. This person tosses the dice twice. He notes the two numbers and he multiplies. We have to identify how many unique multiplication results can we generate by this game. Okay. So these are all the unique multiplication results that we can generate by this kind of a tossing game. 1 in the X position, or 1 in first dice and 1 in second dice will be 1. 1 into 1, 1. 1 into 2. So, likewise, 2 into 4, 8. 2 into 5, 6. 2 into 1 is already taken here. 2 into 3, 6 is already taken here. So we won't be counting that. 2 into 2, 4 is also already taken here. So we won't count that. Okay. So all these are unique multiplication results. So the total possibilities that we get is 18, 1, 8. All right. We'll move to the next one. Three transparent glasses pieces with different engravings are shown here. They are to be overlapped one on top of other with red colored corners matching. These are the red colored corners which match each other and they overlap. Find the total number of triangles that the resultant figure will have. Okay. To find the total number of triangles that the resultant figure will have. So this is the resultant figure. There won't be a line here. If you observe all the pieces, यहाँ पे कोई line नहीं है. ये वाला last piece बड़ा है, यहाँ पे कोई line overlap नहीं होगा. So the final figure will look like this. The total number of surfaces that each part will have. So ये वाला जो pattern है, उसमें there will be 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 triangles. ये वाले में we'll again get 4 triangles. ऐसे 4 मिलेंगे आपको. यहाँ पे भी आपको 4 मिलेंगे. This is because it's the same thing. यहाँ पे भी 4 triangles होंगे ये पैटर्न में. ये वाली जो पैटर्न है उसमें ये 1 और 2 triangles होंगे और यहाँ पे भी 1 और 2 triangles होंगे. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2, 16 plus 4, which is 20. Okay, 20 is the correct answer. We'll move to the next one now. A diagram of 3 blocks, A, B, and C, and the direction of movements is shown below. The block moves continuously in units and change direction after hitting the side walls. From the given position, if A moves at a speed of 2 units per second, B and C move at speed of 1 unit per second, what is the least time that is required for all blocks to align one another, one above, one below the other? Okay. What time? 1 unit is the speed we are given. A moves at 2 units per second. This is 1 unit. And B and C move at 1 unit per second. We have to identify the least time that will require for all the blocks to come together one above each other. Okay. So the number of time. So this is the position after 1 second. This is the position after 2 seconds. This is the position after 3 seconds. This is the position after 4 seconds. This is the position after 5 seconds. This is the position after 6 seconds. And finally, in the 7th second, they will all come together in one line. So the correct answer is 7 seconds. Okay. We'll move to the next one. A solid object made of cubes is shown below. The object is symmetrical about all 3 axes and do not contain cavities. No hollow spaces are there. How many cubes does this solid contain? We're given a solid. We'll identify how many cubes does it contain, provided that there are no hollow spaces. Okay. So in the top tier, there will be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cubes. Likewise, will also, because it's symmetrical, will also have 1 tier of 5 cubes at the bottom. That makes 10 plus middle wala, second wala jo part hai, wahan pe there will be 5 plus 8, which is 13. 8 cube, 1, 2, 3, पीछे भी 3 होंगे, and then so 6, 7, and 8. So 5 plus 8, 13. 13 ऊपर, वैसे ही 13 नीचे भी यहाँ पे होंगे, प्लस मिडिल वाला जो टियर है वहां पे 13 plus 8, which is equal to 21. This, when you add it up, comes to 57. यहाँ पे 13 आएगा, this I have missed out, which is the correct answer. 5 plus 13 plus 21 plus 13 plus 5. The answer is 57. Okay, we'll move to the next one. A solid is drilled using a cylindrical drill in a direction as shown below. How many surfaces will the solid have after the drilling is complete? We have to count the surfaces that the solid will have after the drilling is done. Okay. So when you drill the solid out, This is how ये वाला hole है वो drilling का. So this is how the drilling will happen, okay? Which means आपका एक surface, एक cylindrical hole यहाँ पे आएगा, एक दूसरा आएगा. ये दोनों coincide हो रहे हैं, so nobody is breaking anything. तो दो ही cylindrical hole होंगे. ये तीसरा hole इसका आएगा, ये चौथा hole इसका आएगा. और besides these four holes, there will be 6 surfaces of the cube alone. So 6 plus 4, total 10 surfaces that the solid will have after the drilling is done. All right. We'll end this session here. Thank you so much.